There's a topic that keeps coming up, I think, in many realms where I'm hanging out, and that is about how life is so impersonal and meaningless, and how even those words can create such a misunderstanding of that really is, what that experience is. And I have experienced phases, I guess, of the impersonal, and watched dear ones go through those phases, and myself. So I think I'm just going to talk a little bit about those. The first, let's call it an understanding, or like the first part that gets unraveled is the understanding that nothing is personal and life really is meaningless. And that can be kind of it's mind-blowing in and of itself to like get that sensation of nothing's personal and oh my god, it's all meaningless and then there's no purpose and whoa. That can be shocking. And it can also be very free. And I've also felt and experienced and watched it be like a place that someone lands. This place of kind of being the seamless experience but not connected. It's not personal. It's as if you're just watching life go by, and there's some I like that word just came. There's some symptoms that can happen when the consciousness thinks this is it, I've arrived. Like there's anywhere to arrive to, there just isn't, or that they think this is it, there's nothing else. Like as if that could ever be possible. Like, have you ever noticed how you just keep experiencing no matter what you do? Experience keeps coming at you. Life keeps living. The experience this way is still happening over and over. It's just like this continuous, ever flowing experience. And some of the symptoms of that can be one of the ones that I notice markedly is like cynicism, a disdain for life, contempt of others that don't appear to understand that this is so meaningless and so impersonal. Feeling of being untouchable, maybe numb. Emotions seem to not really be experienced at all. Like any kind of sensation becomes almost obsolete. It feels dark when it is only that experience of the impersonal, the meaningless. It feels bland and colorless in a way, disconnected. So some people settle in that and they're like, aha, finally I have the answer, and they feel comfortable there. They feel like, finally I know why I felt like such a misfit, or finally I know why I felt like such an outsider, or nobody understood me, or whatever. So I finally found that I am this weird, And some people, it absolutely terrifies them to be in that place of, I'm all alone, and I don't care, and nobody else cares, and what the hell? What's the point? So to make it, to just simplify it, it's like it can be a phase of cynicism. And for me, when I got on the point, I got really lost. I felt really lost. I felt really sad. I didn't feel connected. I thought there was no point to living anymore. It hurt somehow. And it was like as if hurt was all I could feel. Like the positive emotions or sensations and there's no positive or negative sensation, but just for the sake of this conversation, it's like I just felt the heaviness and the darkness and the ugliness. I didn't have access to the other spectrum. And then something really beautiful happened, and it came in the form of immense pain, or what felt like pain at the time. And it was the reentry. And this is a beautiful story. Reentry is when you, it's the understanding of it's not personal and life is meaningless is met with awe and inspiration. It's like, it's awe and acceptance and a deep love. So this thing that seems so almost alien-like pushed its face through into the human experience. And it went, it's like it breathed in life. And everything that comes at me, at this, is me. And is felt as if it is me. No barriers, no blocks, no, even when I try, even when resistance is there, it's all being felt like full on. Everything is me. So this impersonal thing becomes deeply, tenderly, wide, open, amazingly personal. It's like that's when you are me, and that's not a metaphor. When the chair and the wind and the trees and everything that is experienced, sounds, sensations, is me. Whether they appear to be in this body or in that body or whatever, it's all totally taken in as the one seamless experience. And joy and bliss pop. And everything becomes a wonderment and a surprise. It seems to be the way of it. There's the understanding that it's not personal, and it meets again the very human experience of being here. And it becomes, it can become at once what feels unbearable, but everything is bearable, if you haven't noticed yet. So everything becomes you. You become everything. Everything becomes personal. Let's say re-personal, but in a different, very different way. In a very different way that it's not taken to mean something about this thing, this body, or this person, and this identity, or the mind. It's just taken as if everything is what you are, without the personal aspect of it. I am Shanti, I'm the mother of this thing. It's within the story, but it's not what's really happening. This is unexplainable. It's not personable, and yet it's a level of connection. At least I, in my experience, have never had. Maybe I had glimpses, I don't know, but it was shocking at once, and at the same time, like, oh yeah. Like self-evident, easy, effortless. It's like there's just this willingness all of a sudden opens up to be full on whatever's here, to live wide open, and there's not really a choice about it. It's not like there's this thing in my life I'm going around going, I'm gonna feel this, or something like that. It's just breathtaking is the best word. That everything is breathtaking, and you just get more and more used to having your breath taken away. Just being surprised and in wonderment and loving whatever comes, and even when it feels icky or sticky, it's just like there's this, oh. So it really is just, see that personal, impersonal, they're just labels to try desperately to explain an experience that can't really be explained. Like, I've really done my best, and I don't even think it comes close. Impersonal sometimes scares people to think they won't care, and there's intelligence in that. It seems to be an intelligent fear. But when you really get to the impersonal, the meaningless, is when you become completely available to your own experience. I think I've been talking for a while. Thank you. Can I get up real quick? Turn it off? Thank you.